Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Android Weekly. And this week, as you can see, we've changed things up a little bit. Finally got some curtains in, looks nicer, and we're going to answer what we always answer. That is every question you had about the news that happened during the week. And then we're going to answer viewer questions that were emailed to me during the week at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com. So if you have a question, make sure to email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com, and then just simply have your subject be question, and then ask your question in the comment section down below or there. Why do I say the comment section down below? Well, because if you have a question now, you can just ask it in the comment section down below. Every week I answer questions live as well as weekly that are sent in to me. So first, let's go to the first article of the day, which is a quite interesting one to the least, one that I myself said I didn't believe last week, and that is that the Galaxy Alpha is all but confirmed now. As we can see here, we have our first pictures of it. So what this is supposed to be is a 4.7-inch screen with a metal bezel around it, basically, but the backing is actually still the polycarbonate. So this is it, and as you can see, it has a metal chassis around it. It also has a bottom speaker as opposed to the back speaker that the Galaxy S5 had. So it looks to me kind of like a hybrid of the S5 and Note 3, really, in these photos. And I don't see the point, really. I mean, yes, it has a metal around it, but I think the people that want a metal backing would prefer the metal backing to be on the back than just around it. I don't know, at least that's what I feel. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited about this device? I was excited for it if it were to be a metal phone, but it looks like it's not, so I don't see the point in it, really. I'm really trying to get of why would this phone be released? What is the purpose of it? Is it more so just to be against the iPhone 6 that is also going to be a 4.7-inch screen? Is that what the purpose is? That's what I'm curious to see. Let me know what you guys think. But we're not stopping there, because that device also is expected to already have delays. Yes, because the metal backing, I guess metal trimming, rather, that it's going to create a limited release for this device. Now, again, we don't know. So this device is pretty much confirmed now, but will it be in the US? Will it be in India? Will it be in Japan? Will it be in Korea? We don't know where this phone is really going to end up, and that's the question that I still am debating. Because will it be a worldwide release phone? That is possible, but it's also possible that it might not be. So that's the one thing that I'm kind of left with. I don't know if it will be. And then we also got news from, again, the iPhone camp. So for the iPhone, it looks like it will have a glowing back symbol, just like the MacBooks are so well known for. Yes, from this latest leak, it seems like that it would have a glow. Now, supposedly, this glow isn't just going to be a glow, though, for glow's sake. It's supposed to be like a notification. Kind of like how I believe it was what the G2 had when you had it when it's on its screen, that you could see the notification on the back. I thought that was a really cool feature to just have it on the back. What do you guys think? Are you guys looking forward to that, or does it not really matter? And then the Note 4 just had 3 supposed features that are going to be on the next one. Yes, the rumor mill was flying with the Note 4, and that is the flexible screen, which I still don't believe will happen on the Note. I believe if it would, this is what we would see. Just kind of a drop-off on the side. We saw this 2 years ago in January at CES when they showed what a prototype of a flexible screen could be and could look like. I could see this. This is the most of a flexible screen that I think the Note will have. Metal body, I just don't see that happening. I really don't. And the biggest one that I do not see happening is a 16 megapixel camera. I just cannot see, sorry, a 16 megapixel camera, I can see. Before, reports were saying of a 12 megapixel camera. I don't see that. I do see if they add optical image stabilization to a device, the Note would be it. Simply because optical image stabilization companies can't make a lot of them. And that's why we've only seen them on phones that don't sell as much, like LG phones, Nokia phones. These phones don't sell nearly as much as Samsung and Apple, which is why we have yet to ever see them on Samsung and Apple, because they simply just cannot make as many as those companies would require. And then right after, we have more news from Samsung, the Samsung Gear VR. That's right, we see this device in its glory. And so let me show you guys what it looks like. So from what we can see here, we're seeing a walkthrough of how the device will be set up, all the terms and conditions, and as you can see, it adds on to your existing device. And then you can see you put the phone inside, it looks like, inside the VR itself. And from here you can have a lock, you can have an unlock alert, so if it ever becomes unlocked, you can change it, you can collaborate, and you can do developer mode. But so now when we use it though, we can see we can swipe from, it's going to have a swipe function on the right side. Again, much reminiscent of Google Glass. It's going to have an interesting look to it. You also have a back button at the top, and you do have S voice prompts, so you can say "Hi Galaxy" at any time, and it will unlock your device. And you even have see-through mode, which I think is quite interesting, because I don't see how this makes sense. Is it just going to be that you can now see through it, and this is going to be clear? Or is it going to be the phone is in front of you, and the camera then shows, the rear camera then activates and then shows you what's in front of you? That's the way I see it possibly happening, because you can see it's mounted on in front of your eyes, basically. So if it is, then wouldn't it make more sense for the camera to activate and then to work that way? What do you guys think? I'm so torn between this device, because I thought it was the coolest thing when I first heard about it, because of all my friends that have tried Oculus Rift and that have been such fans of it. I really am curious to see what you guys think about this. And finally, in the last bit of news today, Bose is suing Beats. Who saw this one coming? Come on, who saw this one coming? I totally saw this one coming. Because there was rumors of Bose fighting Beats for a long time, but they just never did. But you better believe, now that Apple owns Beats, and now that Beats has all that Apple money, that yes, that's going to be very good. Because Bose can sue them now and get a lot more money than they ever could have with Beats. Basically, if they win this patent, Beats would have to pay Bose money for every single headset sold, which of course would be insane. So what do you think about this, guys? Do you think this is justified? Or do you think this is funny? Or do you just see this as another patent war just because of the fact that they can do it? That's what I really feel. I believe that all these patent wars are really just because they can. All right, now let's go to the weekly viewer questions. If you have a question of your own, please leave it in the comment section down below, and then I will answer it. All right, so the first question comes from K Royal. I do not know how to pronounce your first name, sir. Sorry. For starters, I would like to like your channel. I was just wondering if your Note 3 is rooted, and what launcher you're using for voice search on your video. So what launcher does the Android guy use? I use Nova. I'm a big fan of Nova. To me, it's the best launcher out there. You're wasting your time if you have any other launcher. Now, of course, everyone has their preference. Everyone has all. But if you want like just a great Android experience, not like your own experience where you like do Smart Launcher or something else that really changes the entire look of the phone, but just an Android experience that is better than the normal Android experience, you want Nova. Nova is definitely what I recommend to anyone and it is great. I recommend it to anyone that wants to get a launcher. I recommend Nova. It's my favorite above all of the other launchers, and that's what I was using. And no, I am not rooted. For me, my main thing of rooting a phone was so that I can have the capability to use a hotspot. Since I have Foxpot, I no longer need that capability for rooting, so I do not root my phone. Uh, for Edge, sure. Edge, sure. He asks, or yeah, I believe it's he, asks, the comparison between the Gear 2 and the Gear Live. It's a cool metal strap you have on the Gear 2. Where did you get it? I got it on Amazon. I don't really remember exactly. Like, if I don't think I found like a specific one that was like. I just searched 22 millimeter band. So 22 mm band or watch band, and I found it, and that was it. It was a what they call a PVD band, so you get that, and yeah, it looks nice and shiny on here. I love it. It really makes it look so much better. And I've had people that had Gears 2s and had Gear Neos, and they were like, "What? How did you get that?" And I'm like, "You can get it anywhere. You can go to a watch store down the street and get it." So it makes it really nice and easy for that ability. All right, Elton, Elton or Elshun. I believe it's Elshun, but I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Um, Hi, I want to install Instagram on my HP Slate 7. How do I do this? So I'm guessing you can't install it the regular way. So if you want to ever install an app and it's not available to install, well, then you just do something very simple, and that is you Google, you know, Instagram APK. And you will get, let me turn the brightness down for that. Oops, if you don't turn it off. You will get places to download the APK file. And that's it. You just download it that way onto your device. Now, will it work perfectly? Possibly, possibly not. There's a reason why it doesn't work for the HP Slate 7. I don't know if that device has cameras. If it doesn't, that's one of the reasons why it might not work. And that the thing is if you install it and it keeps crashing, it's because it really doesn't have the drivers for that device, and it needs them. Some of them don't need them, but just so you've been warned. And for the last question, Michael Shan asked, hey, is there a way to set your calendar on your Google Now app to open with the command? I have the Galaxy S5 and Google Now. When I say open calendar, it opens the Samsung calendar. So, but I'm pretty sure if you download the Google Calendar, did you download the Google Calendar is more the question. Because if you download a third-party calendar, I think I have Sunrise on here. Yeah. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Open Sunrise calendar. Thank you, Google Now, for not working when it's live. Okay, Google. Open Sunrise calendar. No, so it doesn't look like it gets it when you actually say that. When you say it that way. Let me see. Okay, Google. Open calendar. No. Opening app. So it actually asked me which calendar when I did it. Now I have mine set by default to that one. So the only thing I would say is go into your settings and if you scroll all the way down on settings, you have something that says default apps. So all the way down at the bottom. And if you go into default apps, you can choose which apps are your default. And if you have it set to calendar for that one, you can just clear it, and that's it. So that should make it work. Let me know if it does, Michael. All right, guys. Now let's get to the viewer questions for the week, the viewer questions down below, and let me know. How's your new place? It is great, Frank. Thanks for asking. What's up, Eve Hill? Thanks. I tried for the background. I tried to make it work. Hopefully it does. Note 4 is coming soon. Should I wait for the Note 4 or get the G3? If so, do you think it will be worth the wait? So hold on one second. I will be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to show you something new. And that is, I have the G3. So I just got it in, guys. I'm expecting videos on it this week. Lovely LG rep, longtime friend, was able to get it for me, so I thank him very much for that. And I will be doing, of course, comparisons against the S5 and the HC1, and we'll see how it goes. Now, if you're asking me, would I buy this one or would I wait for the Note 4? I've told every one of my friends that have asked me about the G3. So far, would I get this or would I wait for the Note 4? It's a very easy answer for me. I would completely wait for the Note 4. And why? Because think about everything that makes the G3 great. There's not one thing, I mean, from what I've seen from the camera, so far the S5 is better. From what I've seen from the battery life, it's comparable, but the Note will have a better battery life. The screen, the Note will have a better screen. It's going to have the quad display. You know it's going to have the quad display, but it's going to be LED. The main thing about this one is you can't see it outside. The LCD, you cannot see it outside. So would I wait? Yes. For me, it's going to be a better device personally. So that's the way I feel. Now, what do you guys think? I mean, do you guys really think that the G3 is amazing? I admittedly so, am only beginning to play with it and really feel it out. But even from what I've heard from LG reps, even from what I've heard from store personnel, everyone's more so like, when's the Note 4 coming out? When's the Note 4 coming out? So I would wait for the Note 4 personally. What's the easiest way to mirror from my phone, Note 2, or tablet, Acer A1, to my TV? That would be a Miracast from, I believe, Belkin. Miracast spelled M-I-R-A, cast, Miracast. It works with both Samsung and non-Samsung. If your Acer A1 is compatible with it, of course, if it has screen mirroring built into it, which if it does, it should show it on Wi-Fi and network connections and more. So if it has it there, then you should be fine, ePill. If not, then you might have to do it directly. Or, of course, you could always use Chromecast now. Chromecast you can completely use just that way, so just use Chromecast. That's another way, of course. So yes, I detract that. Use Chromecast first if you need to mirror it exactly. Newer devices are going to be working for that one. I don't believe the Acer will be one of them, quite frankly, just being honest. But if you get by with that and that's fine, then use Chromecast. If not, Miracast from Belkin should work with both if the Acer is compatible with it. Frank, I'm in the market for a new phone, and I love Galaxy S5, but don't want anything bigger. What would you do? Keep up the good work. I love the Galaxy S5, but I don't want anything bigger. Then, if you love the Galaxy S5, then what? If you love the Galaxy S5. I would say then go with the Galaxy S5. It's not a bad phone by any means. It's still my go-to phone. Well, my go-to phone is the active S5 now, just because I have it. So I'm like, why not? I wasn't too big a fan of the fingerprint scanner. It worked fine. I don't need it. And this one I've dropped a couple times, and I haven't been worried about it. I can literally, drop it, and it's fine. That's kind of cool. I like that for that reason, but that's why I would go with the S5 if you don't want anything bigger. Now, would you get the G3 over the S5? Well, wait for my comparison to see. Chronos DB asked, for the last month now, I've had the message bug report logged in my notifications on with the Android figure. What is causing this? Can I disable it? I prefer not to have Google track me. So you say this is a notification. If this is a notification, all you have to do is with any notification. So say if I wanted to get rid of this notification at the top. Sorry, I want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm seeing, so let me switch back. So say if I wanted to get rid of this notification at the top. All I would do is just hold this down, and then I can see what exactly the app is that is doing this. And then just force stop and clear the data on that app. And then that app will no longer do that. So yeah, it will fix it that simple and that easy. So Chronos, if you're having that issue, just do that, and you'll find out what the app is, see if it really is Google, or if it's some third party that's doing something not good. So yes. All right, I'm going to get a quick drink. Any other questions, guys? You guys have me right now? Have any other questions? Looks like that might be it. And all the questions. Yeah, guys, hopefully you guys do like the new setup. Please leave in the comment section down below if you did. Do you like this setup better? I'm not using my regular overhead light. I'm using actually the studio lights I normally have, so it's a little bright, a little hot in here, quite frankly. But hopefully you could hear me okay. The mics, everything's positioned differently. Let me know if you like this new arrangement better. And yeah, I'm going to refresh it, guys, see if we have any other questions. But if not, we will call it a show. And please, again, let me know what you guys thought of the new design, if you guys like it, and what else would you guys want to see changes or anything else you may have. Leave it in the comments section down below. Alright, guys, it looks like that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and please give a like, thumbs up, and share this with all your friends. Thank you for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.